Wait, I'm here. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Wait, I'm here. Can you hear me? I got my phone on. Oh, that was so weird. And the counter is reset. It's starting at 1 for when I. Oh my gosh. All right. Well, it'll be a mystery. I don't even know how that could have happened because I ended stream. Okay. Well, welcome. And anybody who might have shown up, welcome. You know, this may be the stream. Although on Streamlabs now mine says that I've been live for 34 minutes on Streamlabs. I know Twitch says just the 2 minutes because Twitch just allowed me to go live. But I had gone live again on Streamlabs. Yeah, everybody, if anybody's here, refresh your screen and see if you see my galaxy there. Yeah, well, Streamlabs counting when I went live, and but Twitch didn't because Twitch wouldn't shut down from before. Your microphone is unmuted but has no signal. That was 16 minutes ago. And it was on 16 minutes ago. That's a notification I just got from Streamlabs. Well, I got 16 minutes ago. Oh, there was an Amazon Web Services outage last night? I didn't hear that. Did anybody else have any? They went down and Twitch uses Amazon service. Oh, have you, really? Did you notice, like, did you see anybody live when that was happening who might have been live? I was live when it was happening. Oh, so maybe somehow it didn't register the command to end stream and just preserved it, I guess. That was the weirdest thing. And I didn't know because I always check the VODs after I end stream. I mean, I always go back and check, and I fill in the description some more, and I choose the thumbnail if the one's bad or something, and then yeah, I update the description, and then I export to YouTube. I do it every night, and that's what I did last night, and it was all good. Wait, actually, let me check my YouTube. Sometimes it takes a while to upload to YouTube. I don't know if I checked it. Yeah, I did what I normally do, but I wasn't on. I was on Twitch a little bit today. I was lurking some on some people's streams, but I was, yeah, I do remember. I went to YouTube, even got a comment, and Texan Spaniard, such a nice guy. Everybody followed Texan Spaniard, and a great musician. He congratulated me on the 2,500, and so I thought it was all good. So weird, and that's why I didn't know. And so when I go to, because I didn't look at my own stream. Oh yeah, thank you. Oops, let me do something else. Wait, how do you take down a pinned one without pinning something else? Unpin. There we go. What was I saying? I thought, the YouTube was fine. And I was lurking on some other people's streams today because I was really busy today. But I didn't go back and like Francis, you did not bring the tech. Have you been having tech problems too? But I didn't notice that I was still showing live because I didn't go back and listen to any of my stream. Last night's stream, I just talked and I didn't think there was anything clippable, so I didn't go back and look. I am meant to be on the chatting stream because I don't think I'm going to do anything tonight because now I'm all discombobulated because I was going to... See, this is what happens when you have tech problems right before you go stream, when you stream every day. It's like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and get started, get the stream started and stream for however, and then end stream. And then the tech gremlins, which were not brought by Jiggly Dad, show up and delay the start to the stream. However, the tech goblins never seem to stop time. They never stop time. So time keeps going. I had in my head I would, maybe be done by, 12:30. Oh, I didn't know you went to TwitchCon. How was that? About 7 or 8 earlier tonight, I got a notification saying you were live. See, and that's weird because if I was live 22 hours or whatever they said I was live, why would you get a notification? And it was yesterday's live notification, I guess. But why would they notify you again if I was continuously live? What if I was doing an actual marathon? I mean, they're 24-hour stream or something. Why would you get a notification? Unless I... Wait, what did you say? It was 7 or 8 p.m. Notification saying I was live. What was I doing at 7 or 8 p.m.? Was I on the computer? I was on the computer, on my other computer. That's just on my Chromebook. I was doing something else, but I often just open up Twitch and lurk or something. Maybe that triggered it. You did choose to try to use Lyft for the first time today to get a ride to the airport, and the Amazon Web Services outage mode made that a no-go. See? I had no idea. I wasn't online a lot today earlier. Very busy day, but not online busy day. Another one at about 11 and again at 11:36. Well, 11 was when I was trying to go live. Well, I was getting ready to go live because I was trying to jump on real quick and be done. And then I think probably 11:36 is when I saw that I was actually already live, and I tried to go live again. I thought that maybe that would cut it off. However, it did not. So that is just... But thank you so much for your help, Forever Lightly, and Word Answer earlier too. Really appreciate it. I'm just gonna leave it at a mystery. And also I had shut down everything and booted up again. I'd done that like twice when I saw that I was live. I'd checked the mobile, I'd done all that, none of that. But I guess when I went back and did it again this last time, I don't know. Okay, thank you. That's good to know. Between you and Word Answer and Jiggly Dad, if I get into a bind. go back and hear about TwitchCon. It was incredible, not necessarily the convention itself, but all of the off-con shows and generally socializing with the Twitch music community. We met so many amazing people. He had waited for ages to meet, and others I never knew. Oh, really? Yeah, I mean, just what I saw of some other people's lives when they were there, that were. It does look like some of the informal stuff was good. I don't know what happens in the formal stuff. What do they have, a lineup? But it's not just music though, so you have all the gaming stuff and. Forever Lightly, you've been before? Wow. Now, was this one in California? Where was this one? See, I'm so out of it. I see all the TwinCon stuff and TwitchCon stuff, and I don't look at it very closely because I know I can't go. So, I went to VidCon 2 years ago. Okay. San Diego, right? Did you meet Meowtu, Vincent? He's in California. He usually goes when it's in California, because it's been in California relatively recently before, because I remember one time he was live and he kind of invited people to come to his house. It's like, all of Twitch is going to come to your house now. You realize that. Who did you meet that I would know? Just curious who you met in real life that we interact with here. And where's my water? I don't even have water in here, because what happened was I was dealing with my mom, and then I came in here. I started to, maybe that was at 11 o'clock. I started to do the stuff I do to get ready to go live. And then my mom called me, and I said, okay, well, let me just, pull everything up and get that part started. And then I went to deal with her, and I came back. I was like, wait, what? There's an outdoor stage they call Cabana, and Yamaha has a booth stage inside. There's at least one other place where some music occurred inside. Okay. But most of the inside stuff was the gaming related stuff. You met Vince? You met Star? Oh, wow. That's amazing. Wait, does Mari know you met Vince? Miss Vince has been on the line a lot. Wow. Focus is most definitely not music. Right. But that also makes it a lot easier to find our tribe. Right. Okay. That makes sense. Nice. Did you play at all? Like jump in with anybody else who was playing? I'm sure people were playing on the streets too, right? You would have to tell her. Okay, maybe she'll pop in. Oh, Daniel Wayne was there too? People really exist outside of my computer and phone, okay? In three-dimensional land. See, I'd probably pinch somebody. or touch somebody, and then I would get reported. I don't know what would happen. Did some of the like really big music streamers have like a stage show? Sarah got the Yamaha stage. Sarah! Okay. And she asked me to do one song. It was a little crazy because it was right as the doors were opening. It was hard to get to the booth without waiting with everyone in the main line. And there was no rehearsing or prep time. Well, and if there had been rehearsal and prep time, you might have worried yourself to death. What song did you do, pray tell? You should have seen me when I saw that I was alive. I was like, oh my God, good people see me. And I'm like, okay, Julie, you don't have the cameras on. Oh, okay. Nice. And how did it go? Did you both play? Or did she play and you sing? You've spent time with Sarah in real life before. And I was playing on hard mode. There weren't that many other people inside that point. And I had Willow Stevens right there watching. Only one of my absolute favorites. Oh, wow. All starstruck there. When'd you get back? Because, wait, what is today? Today's Monday. So Saturday would have been your normal streaming day, but you weren't streaming. I think somehow in my head I noticed that you weren't streaming, but I didn't. I really haven't been I hadn't followed the TwitchCon adventures. Maybe I should tune in on people's streams who went, who will talk about it. Have some clips or whatever. I said to someone else before, watching any video, I give it an 8 out of 10, but the experience was 11 out of 10. Yay! That's great. You just got home a few hours ago? Excellent. Well, that must have been a nice excursion for you. I guess this means you're feeling all better after your surgery and all, too. You're able to do stuff like this. A few hours ago and stopping in to see us on a really kind of non-stream. I'm honored. When going to stream again? Did it like energize you to just want to play more? Or maybe to stream, but also to do more collabs. I know collabs is what you've been really hoping and working toward. Yeah, that's hard. Yeah, and when you're a keyboard player, it's tough because it's just a different thing when you get invited on stage, or you go to a jam session or something, because you have to play somebody else's instrument. So it's not like guitar where you got your own instrument on your back, and that's what you come in and play. And so when you get caught up when you're playing somebody else's keyboard, you just don't know. Some are better than others, but sometimes ones that are really good are almost too good, because then you don't want to hit the wrong patch or do something. I've done it when whoever's keyboard it is, and it's their keyboard, so they know all the stuff on it. They're like, well, this is this, and this is my favorite patch here, and blah 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 blah. I'm like, you know what? Give me piano or give me electric piano, and I'm not changing a thing. Tell me where the volume is or something. And they often don't have a good pedal. It's definitely the latest in the line of things that have got me over my fears. When Sarah asked if I wanted to do it, I very briefly hesitated, and then said I was scared as hell about it, but yes, let's do it. Because that's that face your fears thing that so many people talk about. And you've talked a lot about your internal fears and all that, but your fears, but the rest of us, they really are internal. Like, we don't see it the way you see it. I know that's common, but still. Now you've done that. Called up on stage with other professional musicians at a convention. If you hadn't done it, you probably would have regretted it. It's not actually a once in a lifetime thing, because you'll have other opportunities to play, but it's a once in a lifetime for that moment at that time. You know what I mean? Yeah, the main keyboards that were in use on both main stages are very high-end Yamahas, and several folks, including Willow and Alana Maddie, struggled quite a bit to figure out how to get the sounds they wanted out of them. See? Yeah, that's just what I was saying. So the really good keyboards that have a lot of options, if you're not used to the board on that, then you're going to struggle. And especially if you have to get set up really fast. And especially if you can't sometimes that stuff is hard to see. Well, I have eye issues, but sometimes it's hard to see depending on the lighting of where you are. So, yeah, just to get the sound you want is, I mean, you know, Jiggly Dad, you can play with stuff like that for hours to get the sound you want. I mean, I don't, because I have basically a stage piano. When I'm recording, and when I used to have my other synth, you know, hours just messing with the sounds. When I was doing like the blues circuit and then also going to a lot of jams and stuff, I got to know who had what kind of keyboard. And what I could ask them, because I would do what I just said. I said, point me to piano, electric piano, maybe organ. And that's all I want. Sometimes they don't have good pedals, so I would know. But sometimes I wouldn't do it. That looked. You know, you just because you don't know. I found that not as fun. But I would never. I didn't bring my keyboards out unless I was getting paid, because that's a lot of work. When I used to do a semi-regular, I was in the house band for a blues jam session, so that was cool because it was my keyboard. But I was always really good with when people went to go play it, which it was this keyboard, so there's not much you can do with it, but it's like, here's this, here's that. That's all you have to do. With the other ones I would go to, I would play bass. And sing. Play bass and sing, or just sing. I didn't like to just sing very much, though. Not on jam sessions. For silly reasons. Yes, I do. Was she there? I love her. I just rated her the other night. I hope this is like this stuff to motivate me to do a lot of things, all with the main goal of going back next year feeling like I can do even more. Because there's so many opportunities to play with people, but I just want to feel like I'm ready. You know what some people would say to that, though? They would say, it's like deciding to have children. You wait till you're ready. You're never really ready. I interacted with so many people that were just amazing in so many different ways. Really. That's wonderful. I'm happy for you. And it probably did like open up your mind and consciousness, really, to go do the things, that your motivation. And then feeling like you can do even more, yeah. And how was your social battery? Did it drain or you were good? Wait, okay, so Streamlabs says I've been up for an hour. Twitch says I've been up for half an hour. And I've actually been trying to go live for an hour and a half. It's crazy. Girl, she was not just there, she killed it. Oh, was she on the main stage for the section of the show that all people had won the chance to play 2 songs with an all-star streamer band? May was insane. Oh, was she? I bet she was. I love her. Wait, let's shout her out. I don't know if there's any lurkers here because we're not really doing anything. But wait, how you spell it? Is gonna be MEI? Wait, I think that's right. Is gonna be. Wait, let me go back. Yeah, that's it. Unrecognized commands. Yeah, I'm all discombobulated. Is gonna be MEI. I forget the @ Is that what it did? Okay, well this one worked. Anyway, yeah, she is a singer, songwriter, plays guitar. I think she plays little keyboards. She's got a beautiful voice. She does really, really like soulful interpretations of covers. You got the sads last night and a little this morning, but the moment I'm okay. As anyone can tell you, I not only danced like no one was watching, I knew they were, and just let loose 100. Oh, Jiggly Dad was Oh, now, where is Mari when we need her? Was there any twerking going on? Because, you know, Jiggly, it's in your name. Was there twerking going on? You were dancing like nobody was watching, but I bet you were also dancing because people were watching. Uh-huh. You are not. You're not that wallflower you say you are, but I've always known that. That's okay. That's your shtick. You got it. Does your wife make you put a tattoo of I'm married right on your forehead just to, you know, keep the ladies away? There's no twerking, but virtually everything else. I need video. Where is the video of this? Where's Mari when we need her? Hey, Dark Star Slayer. Thanks for coming back. It's been a day with the tech problems. Yeah, I was live. Technically, I was live for like 24 hours, 22 hours. Twitch wouldn't let me end stream, but it wasn't. You know, it just on my ending frame. They just kept it there, but it showed me live. Does that count as doing a marathon? Because I keep saying I need to do a long-ish stream. Long for me, but now but I don't know if Twitch. Let me see actually if Twitch counted it, because it's going to kill my average viewer count, because since I was live, but nobody, there was nothing to see or hear. Nobody was there. So yeah, that's going to kill it. Wait, stream summary. Well, that's an odd amount though, because it didn't let me cut off. It said I was on for 22 hours. Okay, stream duration, 12 hours and 13 minutes. Average viewers, big fat 0. Oh, it's going to mess up my average. All I want is an average in double digits. So I had 0 average viewers, max viewers 10, unique viewers 52. But from the actual stream, there was a relatively high number for me for a short stream. Unique chatters. I wonder if that counts the actual stream. But the stream before. Oh, okay. And there's one before for 5 hours and 34 minutes. Then that was also a fake live stream. Average viewers, what? 10. Yay, 10 average viewers. And then unique viewers, 0. Down 168 from last stream. Oh, wow. So those are the two non-streaming streams. That one technically started at 5:22 a.m. Of the few hours that I sleep, that was one of the hours that I was sleeping. Up until 10:56. What was happening at 10:56 a.m.? That's weird. See, this must be the whole Amazon server thing. And then the actual stream, 1:44 a.m. to 3:35 a.m. I think that's the actual stream. I didn't start streaming until 1:44 a.m. Oh, jeez, Julia. Yeah, that's the actual stream. 10 average viewers, which is down from the last stream, but still double digits. Check the VODs. Oh, hey, Obi-Wan Shinobi. Hi, I'm sorry. I didn't have chat. I was like checking my analytics. These are just my people. When you feel the love, it's easier. Oh, that's nice. She has not demanded a tattoo. I don't think that's an issue. Yeah, okay. I bet she made sure that wedding ring, if you wear one, is polished, gleaming. Hey, Obi, thanks for coming through. Thank you. I don't know if you tried to come through earlier when it looked like I was live, but I wasn't actually live. Yeah, I will check the VODs. So the 24-hour clock started as I ended. Okay, let's see. So the real stream, 1:44 to 3:35. The next stream started at 5:22 a.m. So what is that? The dead zone between 3:35 and 5:22 a.m.? Is that some sort of Twilight Zone situation? I've been watching old Twilight Zones in the background. I don't think that's good for me. I really don't. So there's some dead zone between 3:35 and 5:22. Could I've actually triggered something on my phone? Not at 5:22. Like I said, of the few hours that I sleep, the 5 o'clock hour, I'm usually asleep. I don't think the reason why I wanted to start earlier tonight and end earlier tonight is because last night I did end up streaming until 3:30 or something, and that was it was supposed to be one of those half-hour streams, and it wasn't. So I ended up. I don't think I went to sleep until 4:30, but by 5:22, I was asleep. And 11:56 a.m. I don't know what I was doing on the computer at 10:56 a.m. I think I was not on Twitch. I was doing other stuff. So could I have triggered it from my phone? I guess. And or maybe from, so I use two phones. I use my phone and I use my mother's phone. And but when I go live, when I go mobile, I have to use my phone because the app on my mother's phone, it wouldn't let me sign in because my Streamlabs sign in was wrong somehow. I don't know how that happened. It was like instead of underscore, it was a hyphen, which I didn't even think was possible as a username. And so it would never let me log in because it wanted me to put in my Streamlabs login, and then it wanted me to confirm it, to verify it by sending me an email to a wrong email address. So that's what it was. It was the email address that was wrong. I must have typed it in wrong. I don't know. But I couldn't verify it because it couldn't send an email to a non-existent email address. So so I go mobile from my phone, and sometimes I monitor on my mom's phone. My mom's a really old iPhone, so it's hard to monitor on there because it's slow. But interestingly, if I look at my mom's phone now, it now allows me, which actually might open up a whole new world when I go mobile. It seems to be allowing me to go into Streamlabs mobile. When it wasn't before. So I don't know why that is. Interesting. It's not that interesting. Interesting to me. But it's not letting me, I'll have to play with it. It's not letting me, it's only letting me go vertical. It's not letting me go landscape. So that's weird. Anyway, you quite literally lost your wedding ring about 7 years ago, so I haven't worn one for a long time. And it is very rare that I feel the need to say something to clarify things. Well, Jiggly Dad, as you're putting yourself out there, you might find that might change. That might change. The keyboard player with the beautiful voice and the bedroom eyes. You might have to. You might have more reason to have to clarify, as you say. Yeah, but I'd gone to both phones to make sure that I wasn't live. But, triggered something from my phone. Not at that time of day. I don't think so. I would think it would be another time of day when I had to run out with both phones. Yeah, because sometimes I walk around with two phones, like a drug dealer or a cheating husband or wife. dancing, huh? Around folks. I've been dancing in a long time. Out, meaning, outside of my kitchen. Probably the last time was Rambling Blue. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the fam. Appreciate you. This is a weird stream, and I don't know if you've been here before because I don't keep the list up. But main part of the stream is singing and playing the piano, playing covers and originals. But I had some tech problems tonight, so I'm just happy that things seem to be working. Some information on me for anybody out there, for our new follower and or any lurkers. And I'm on a stream streak, so I was really hopping on tonight to do a true short stream. I say that every night, and I always go longer than I say. But then I saw that, according to Twitch, I'd been live since last night. Oh well. Maybe I'll do one of those only sleeping streams. No, I won't. Prince Yoshi-san has done a couple of those, our good friend from the stream. But I don't know if he has the camera on him or just in the room. Towards Night has a redeem for that. Sometimes I do noodle and talk, kind of what I'm doing tonight. Although, usually when I do that, I either have the camera on me or I have it on my hands at least. But when I saw that I was live and I couldn't seem to not be live, I didn't even bother setting up the cameras. I just jumped on and said, let me try to fix this. It was a struggle. Again, thanks to Forever Lightly and War Dancer. Did you get some merch while you were there, Jiggly Dad? When will you be streaming again, Jiggly Dad? If you're still here, you want to let us know? That is all good. And Dark Star Slayer, if you're still here, I hope you're doing well. How was your day? You got a pen? Okay. Any updates, Dark Star, on the stream here, or on my house stuff? On my house stuff, they had the required sewer inspection, and that was fine, as I knew it would be, but yet I had to spend money for that. And I had the city inspection, and I finally read the buyer's inspection report closely, and there was a reason why I didn't want to read it. And now that I have, I'm just pissed. So because the inspector made, they go through and they're supposed to find everything that's wrong. That's their job, right? But I get that. Some of the commentary was completely unnecessary. And the thing that he found and the generalizations that were based on non-facts. He said, Thursday for sure, if your voice recovers enough, maybe sooner, because you've been partying. It's rough after last night, I bet. You have that after-concert gruffness in your voice. It's so bad for your voice, but it feels so good after, because you've been out and you've had a good time. So I get it. Yeah, well, rest that voice if you're iffy. Don't stream or do a short stream or something. Don't want to push it too hard. Anyway, the guy saw an unused cable wire, a cable wire. I don't have cable. I still have the wires in case I got cable back anytime, but I still have the wire. It's not an electrical cord by any means. You could cut a cable wire with scissors standing in water. It's not connected to anything. So, and the wire was, I should have moved it. I just didn't think about it because it's not like a wire. You know how when they put the wire, if you're not in a brand new house where they have it already in, but when they have to run the cable wires, they put the thing in the basement and they come up through the floor sometimes, which is what they did, right by a wall. It was very inconspicuous, but the hole was big enough that the wire would fall through if it's not plugged into something. It hasn't been plugged into anything for years. So, but I left it there because where it came in the floor underneath was in the basement. It was in not a nice part of the basement to get to. It was way too close to the crawl space, which is scary. So I didn't want to have to fish it through there again if I needed to, but I should have just taken it out. But regardless, it was a cable wire, not an electrified cord. And in his report, he wrote that, and he took a picture of it, which means that he didn't look. That's an inattention to detail that is unacceptable to me. Because everybody knows what cable wires look like. Because I have it, and I had a piece of tape on it to keep it from sliding through the floor. And he said, there's evidence of at least one exposed wire. So he used the existence of a cable wire and called it of exposed live wire. So he used the existence of a cable wire to suggest that there are other live wires in the house, even though that's not a live wire. And I'm like, dude, where? If you think they're there, it's your job to notate them, right? Where? You don't say, at least. You write down where they are if they exist. But guess what? They don't exist. So that pissed me off. And also there's no one was going to not be singing at the top of my lungs watching Willow do her thing with her whole band. And after that, I was just ready to go. The show and the energy was just so good overall. So I couldn't come down. I love that. I think that's so beautiful and fun and so good for you. Get yourself out there like that and not hold back. So I'm happy for you. Yeah, why hold back? Whatever. Sing at the top of your lungs. And dance like everybody's watching. And nobody's watching at the same time. Anyway, this guy made assumptions that were just factually wrong. And he used generalizations. Many of the windows need, although some have been replaced. Okay, I thought their job is to go to each, if there's an issue, you go to each window and say, this one would need replacement. This one has had water damage. This, you just go through. Don't say many of them and use generalizations, because it's not true of all of them, which he acknowledged. That kind. It was just so sad. Like, you think I'm gonna. That's why I didn't read it at first. I was just afraid of that. But I've read not many, but I've read enough inspection reports before to see that this one was the side comments and the generalizations and the guesses. There's a burner on the stove that doesn't work, and it doesn't work because the cleaning lady, I had to deep clean. And she either got water in it or, it's a gas stove. You have to put all those pieces back in just right for it to work, right? And she didn't put it back right, I don't think. And I have not been over there to do it. And I didn't really know at first. I thought it was just, and I thought it was fixed. But anyway, I didn't get there to try to fix it myself. But he made the assumption that because a burner wasn't igniting, that it was because of faulty wiring in the basement. What? It could have also just been from the cleaning lady, but it could also just be that the stovetop needs repair or replacement. No, he attributed it to faulty wiring in the basement throughout the house, and it's a major safety hazard that could cause fires and human sacrifice and dogs and cats living together. Like, it was this whole thing. And I just really don't make those kinds of conclusions. You should notate what it is. So, and then he sounded like, the stereotypical overprotective mom or dad, but mom for the stereotypical part. Because there's a chip in the ceramic on the bathroom sink, right? That was actually it was just a crack. And it was caused by the guy that replaced my faucet. The faucets were bad. I had that replaced. And so there's brand new faucets in there, no leaks. But it was really a hard job to do, and he cracked the sink some, and it is what it is, and he's a friend of mine. I'm just happy that he did it. And there was a crack, but the cleaning people, the deep cleaners, are very, very thorough. And I think she must have thought it was dirt and just kept rubbing at it, and so a little piece came up. Right? Again, that happened right before the house started being shown, and when it went live, I had back-to-back showings. I didn't really. So at that point, I was like, okay, I've done everything I can do, because I can't even get in there. So I never got the little piece of, epoxy to put in there for the whole, and it's a little teeny thing. He takes a picture, and there's a chip in the thing, and someone could cut themselves on that. Okay, dude. And it's visible. So it's not like something he discovered and had to share. It's like, you could put your eye out with that. It was all those kind of things. Like, really, dude? Oh, and this one. This one. You other musicians will love this. He said that there's evidence of use of extension cords. And that shows that the house has inadequate number of outlets based on the evidence of use of extension cords. Now, it's an old house. It doesn't have enough outlets, but that's just, note the number of outlets. That's all you have to do. But the evidence, that's the, but that's not like, it's not in every room, because in some rooms had been upgraded, right? So some have plenty and some don't have enough. So, but they have some, right? So he uses that, make that broad generalization because there was evidence. Well, the evidence was I ended up with all these extra extension cords when I was cleaning up. And I'm a musician, and, the gadgets, I got that from my dad. Here in this house, we have a whole bin of extension cords. And almost every holiday, my dad would go out and buy some, or send someone to the store to buy more extension cords and batteries. And I'm the same way. And, being a musician, we all use our cords. We have things plugged in all over the place. And I always had extra, like especially with gigging out and everything. And you guys know how I move stuff around all the time. So I had all these extra extension cords because when I decluttered the house, I unplugged a lot of stuff that I wasn't using. I mean, the whole studio by the grand piano was unplugged. There's nothing there now except for the piano. So I had all these extra cords, and I hung them neatly on hooks in the basement. I actually thought that looked nice, but I'm weird, I guess. I know. How dare you use? How dare you use extension cords? And so I hung them on hooks in the basement, which is where you should, and it looked, and they were not in use. That's the thing. They were not in use. So evidence of use because I own them. Some of them I use for Christmas lights. Like, dude, really? And a lot of them I use for, you remember how my stream looked. I'm like getting all animated. You guys can't even see me. How my stream looked at the grand piano. I have all those lights around and all that. All that stuff has to get plugged in somewhere. And then it all got unplugged to show the house. And I kept the extension cords. And apparently that's a problem that he would write out. Oh, gosh, really. Evidence of use of extension cords. Now, the one place where an outlet doesn't work, where I did have to use an extension cord in the basement for the washer dryer. And note though, there are many outlets in the basement. The basement was one of the rooms that got rewired. There's more than I ever used. So anyway, but there's one that over the nearest to the washer dryer that doesn't work. So I used the next one over that was just a few feet over. And I did have to use an extension cord, a heavy-duty extension cord. But that wasn't plugged in when they went to show the house. So they didn't. He didn't when they did the inspection. So that wasn't even there. I guess the pump to the laundry sink used it. Okay, so one extension cord. But really, evidence of use of extension. He might have even said extensive use of extension cords. I should send him a picture of my setup. Use of extension cords. Dude. I'm guilty of, and it is a family thing. I say my family, we're into clocks and we're into extension cords and batteries. My dad, and especially every holiday. And then when he wasn't going out to the store himself anymore, he'd send people out to the store to get batteries and extension cords. There were always new ones every year. And he did some funky things with wiring. He did. But then I'm realizing we're kind of the same way. He used to have a lot of stuff on timers all the time. My sister has everything on timers. But yeah, the extension cord situation. It's just, I didn't know that was an issue though. I didn't know that was that was a problem he had to point out. And kind of the same vibe as if I had a meth lab down there or something. Evidence of use of extension cords. And why it's easier for cities with aging houses stock to gentrify. Well, when you have the old house, and I didn't want it marketed as a distressed home because it's not. It needs some work. but that was taken into consideration with the listing price, and it can be seen with the naked eye. They didn't need the inspector for it, and it's supposed to be sold as is. It wouldn't make sense for, even if I had the money. If I had the money, I'd have to do it really good and as if I was flipping it. But some of the stuff, even if I had the money, you don't always do those big repairs because they might want to pick that stuff out themselves, You don't make the money back. So it was priced accordingly, and you could look at it and see what needs to be done, like windows, Many of the windows, although many have been replaced. Don't say many. No. Your job is to say this window on this floor, blah, 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 if you're going to do your job correctly. And the other thing with my cistern, you're going to have to get the township involved. No, honey, no. Township knows about it. They don't care. So, hey, mayhem. Jiggly Dad went to TwitchCon and he saw Vins. Okay, you talk amongst yourselves with that because that's a lot of information. I'm still talking about my inspector guy, who is a fellow musician that I know from the blues circuit. So that hurts my feelings. Then I'm going to have an attitude about him like this now. But he just said something, and somebody could get hurt with it. Oh, and there's only railings on one side of the staircase. Meanwhile, the city had already done that when I bought the house, where you have to have railings. And you don't have to have, and you shouldn't have them on both sides when it's a narrow hallway. It's a narrow hallway when it's an old house. Narrow stairwell. If there was two, it would be difficult for some people to get up the stairs. It just makes no sense because we're talking it's like 4 feet. You need one railing and that's it. And my steps, I was so proud that I rebuilt. He said the last one's too high. Someone could really get hurt. Okie dokie. And around the foundation of the house, that such and such wasn't fixed. I told you guys it was a hoarder's house, and those people just didn't care. And there was a hole in the foundation that they left open, I believe, on purpose so that animals could come in and out of their house. This is how they were living. So I had that fixed. I had a mason come in, close that hole, and then go around the whole foundation of the house and plug up any holes, if any. And that was all taken care of. What I didn't do is go around it and put stucco all around it to make it look pretty, because I didn't care. And he used that to say that there's where the moisture is coming in. I've never gotten moisture from above, only from below. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff that was just wrong, assumptions that he made that now I don't want to negotiate. So we'll see what happens. And there is some knob and tube wiring, but not the whole house. The whole house had been rewired, but he took pictures of it, so it was clear, visible from the naked eye for an as-is property. And you might expect that in a property that old, that there'll be some. And okay, again, shouldn't have been a surprise. And you could see it, and that means the buyers could have seen it, and they still made their offer as is. So who, Vince? But yeah, I'm still ranting about my thing. It meets a couple. Oh, and he said, and the sewer should be looked at for a house of this age. Dude, the sewer was replaced just a few years ago. Why would you even say that? And plus, you have to have the sewer looked at when you sell the home anyway. But it's just like to put in an idea that there might be all these other big problems. And like there was evidence of a prior leak. And the prior leak, which was disclosed. I disclosed all this stuff because I worked on this house so much myself that I know the house. And I disclosed everything. And I disclosed this prior leak that had been fixed. But you can see it like in the paint. Like what I needed to do was scrape everything off, sand it, do all that stuff, sand it down, and repaint it. And I just never got to that. But I fixed the leak. So they did a moisture test and it came out dry. So he says there doesn't show any evidence of moisture now, and it seems as though it was fixed. But there could be mold. Dude, that's not your job. They waived the mold inspections. This could happen, that could happen. And with my cistern, somebody could fall in there and drown. I sent that meme to my realtor with one of the friends with Phoebe. That's brand new information. Like, yeah, it needs to be covered. It was just, but the stuff that was just blatantly wrong makes the whole thing sus. Don't mistake a cable cord for a live wire. Don't assume a burner that doesn't ignite is because of a major electrical issue. Everything else works. Anyway. I would say I'm done ranting, but I'm probably not. I'll probably still be ranting tomorrow about it. So that's why I didn't want to look. I mean, I understand they're supposed to be buying it as is, and they said they weren't going to make any demands, but I would think they shouldn't have gotten inspection. I purchased that house without an inspection. The hoarder's house that was falling apart without an inspection because I lowballed them, and they're not going to fix it. So, but I could see that they would do it just to make sure there wasn't something, they didn't find something out like, the house is sinking and you have to shore it up, and that's like, $100,000 worth of work or something, that kind of thing. And then they wouldn't do it. Then they would just walk away. And that's a valid reason to walk away if you find something like that. Like the house is sinking. But guess what? They found nothing like that. So all it really did was confirm the house is actually in pretty good condition, other than the things that you can see that need to be fixed. Anyway, I was dealing with all that kind of stuff today too. I could just go all night to try to make up for the 0 viewer average from the fake stream. No, I won't do that. Unless I did on my only sleeping stream, but then I still wouldn't get viewers. I'd have to put the camera on. I can't even put the camera on the cat because she doesn't do anything or come in here. Too bad I don't have that neighbor who sleeps outside anymore. Yeah, but I went live when it wouldn't let me go live, and I thought I was live. I mean, I'm live now, for sure, but only ranting. I'll rant in my sleep. Probably could. I probably do. Who knows? Just alone in my bed counting ants on the wall. Counting cracks in the wall. So yeah, might rip out the knob and tube wiring. Just rip it out. It would make it so that 1, 2, I think 3. I think just 3. I think maybe 4 outlets wouldn't work, and the light over the stairs in the basement wouldn't come on anymore, and the outdoor porch light wouldn't come on anymore. If I just ripped it out. But hey, if I did that, that would correct the safety hazard. It's so dangerous. It would no longer be dangerous. It would be dark. And meanwhile, me and Offspring just moved to my uncle's house ahead of time. Which might be what we do anyway. You can't wait for this week to be over? Oh, it's only Monday though. Yeah, it's kind of a busy week for me too. I have a promise to help somebody with something tomorrow. And then I have to deal with all this. Now I thought our quote-unquote negotiation period is supposed to be done by Wednesday. But there's a decent chance that because of this freaking bogus, and and I hate to be a stickler, but if the dude started out on the first page saying safety hazards and wait, I don't even know. And spelled it like that, then I can't take him seriously. Safety hazards. On the first page. Anyway, so I'm afraid the whole deal is going to fall through because now I don't feel like negotiating at all. But I don't have another offer. But I might just have to change the marketing. Good stuff. Oh, I'm glad there's some good stuff going on. Did someone buy the house? Somebody made an offer, but now they're haggling with me, and I'm not feeling the haggle. I was good up until now, but they kind of unleashed the petty and attention to detail me, and they shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't, and it might just be shooting myself in the foot, but I said as is. I meant it. And it's so much under the regular prices in the area because of what needs to be done to it. It's really kind of a steal. So they think it's a distressed property with what's going on in the neighborhood. As far as they know, I inherited a whole ass house, which is kind of true. It's just with other people, so I don't have to sell. Yeah, it can. So I was trying to avoid that. But I do think that there was a plan all along. And so what they succeeded in doing is turned other potential buyers away because the house was under contract. And the showings stopped, slowed down, and now have stopped. And because they bought at a certain number. I mean, they made an offer at a certain number as is, which I was willing to accept. So I was okay with that. And then they come back and want to offer less after, for not anything that wasn't already discoverable. So this kind of kept it from being, I mean, the realtor still marketed it, but, sometimes people don't bother. And since they wouldn't agree to the language that seller offers no credits, then I'm like, oh, they're going to come back and ask for something, even though they said they wouldn't. This was their plan all along, to get it lower. Well, the ideal buyer for my property would be somebody with money that would have been willing to pay a lot more for the house, for a house in the area. And that would buy it and just make a couple of phone calls and get what needs to be fixed. It's not the kind of thing, like you can get new windows and sidings and really in a few days if you have the money. You just, and then, upgraded furnace. Those are the big things that need to be done. And, but all that is a phone call. If you have the money, if you have the cash, and then you just wait, and it's really a few days' work. And they get to pick it out, whatever they want done. And end up with a house that's worth the same as the other houses in the neighborhood that have already had that stuff done. So they were willing to pay that much. So those are the people that if it's at the top of their price range, they're not good. They're not ideal buyers, because they'll back away because they'll think it's too much work. So maybe it was priced too low, or too, I don't know. It's in between, because the houses that were truly in distress, there's another house that was truly in distress, and it had been abandoned, and you know how people get mad when they get foreclosed upon or something and they trash the house before they leave, It's one of those houses. And so it was priced accordingly, very, very low, because it was not habitable. But there was a bidding war over that, and it went like $25,000 over asking for a uninhabitable property. Because the area is a hot area right now. So I don't know. I wish there was some other interest. But the thing is, if they had come in with a lower offer and made it not contingent, I probably wouldn't have had a problem with that. Because it's not way low. It's just not what they promised. It's not what they offered. But if they had started there, that would have been a different thing. But to start where they started and then plan to have this inspection and use that when the things I've done are already reflected. Anyway, I'm dealing with that. And then somebody else who's needs some help with some family things. And anyway. Yeah, I can't really. Well, I was just thinking, if I just moved, and moved to my uncle's house ahead of time. I mean, I could move there now, but I thought I would be moving, knowing that my house would be going to settlements, and knowing that I'd be done with the bills for that house. But I could do that anyway, and just completely move out. And, got to leave on the water or the electric, but the electric bill would be very low and the water bill would be very low. And completely empty out the house. The house is it's staged because we're still living there, but it's completely decluttered. But there's still beds and stuff, and the piano and stuff like that. And I guess I was thinking psychologically, we market it differently if the house was completely empty, which usually you don't want. Usually you want a little staging. But for a house that needs work, if somebody walks in and it's completely clean, not trashed, clean and empty, then it might look like, well, we can just get somebody in to do the windows. Like you don't think about it. But, what else is going on? No, because you'll be able to see everything. You really can see everything now because it's like Offspring described the house as barren, the way it is now. This is something like the cat wouldn't want to be there or something. It's like, wow. Anyway. So I would still have to pay the mortgage on that house, but I wouldn't be paying a mortgage on my uncle, so not now anyway. I could wait it out if I call their bluff and they walk. Okay. The grid. But go to TwitchCon first one of these years, right? Dance with Jiggly Dad. Wait, it's Mariposa couldn't stay. So, but if you are there, we'll have to discuss. Jiggly Dad was dancing. And plus, my house is cold. It does need to be, the appliances and stuff have a half-life that's much shorter than it used to be. So,
they're here.
S. Waters. Oh, dude. Welcome in. Hi, guys. Thank you for the raid. Thank you so much. Thanks for coming here. We're not doing anything. Will to Writer, welcome in. Welcome. How was your stream? What were you doing? Hello. Cheers to you. S. Waters, I was just talking about my house situation. Well, ranting, really, so thanks for indulging me. It's nice to rant to people because, otherwise I'd be ranting to myself or to the cat because I don't have a dog anymore. And then I had tech problems. I don't know if you happen to be online, you notice it made it look like I was live for 22 hours. I was not. He made it back to his house he is selling, but he had to go use the facility. Oh, okay. Because I know he just finally, after being on the market for a long time, lots of open houses and stuff, finally sold his house. We were talking about that last time. Piano time, except that not really. I'm just going to noodle because I'm getting ready to skedaddle because it's 2 a.m. And I've been trying to myself a little better. Nobody else will. Oh, thank you. Lala does things, and it's good to see you. Thanks for coming along on the raid. All the raiders that came along, I do appreciate you coming along for the raid. It means a lot. As an inspirator. Welcome. Thanks for coming along on the raid. And S. Waters is not here right now, but I do appreciate being chosen. Yeah, I'm just noodling and talking tonight because I was thank you. I was kind of sidelined by tech issues early on. Weird tech issues, which we think might have been caused by the whole Amazon server shutdown. So we finally got it going, but so by the time we got it going, I'm too tired. Oh, thank you. He sends his love. Okay, right back at him. I'll have to update him later on what's going on with my house. I was so pleased when he was saying that he finally got what he wanted. Yeah, so it's showing me live from yesterday. And then although I kept shutting down and starting up, and all these different things, it wasn't working. And then I went live and Streamlabs showed my live page, what you're looking at now. But Twitch wasn't acknowledging it. So anyway, finally got it going. But then I lost my mojo. Talk to you guys a little bit. Jiggly Dad's just back from TwitchCon like hours ago and had a good time. And again, a shout out and a thank you. Everything's sounding amazing to our friend Sammy, who is responsible for this microphone, which really upped the game. I had been wanting one. The sound is so much better and clearer. But he's not here now, but I just did that anyway. He's not streaming anymore, so follow doesn't really help. I just wanted to extend my thanks again. I will talk to you even if you're not here sometimes. That's what I mean when we are lurk friendly. He truly is. I mean, I'm just, some people from IRL, you can't really, trust people on the internet to be nice people, blah, 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 blah. But you know what? Some you can. And it's been my experience is sometimes they've been there more than the people in real life at times. So S. Waters was not doing no pinball, because the pinball machine is packed up until he moves to the forever home. He's in a rental now, right? So, you said he was doing a driving, right? So that's cool. Road tripping. So did it have the camera on the road or on him? Massive drives. Well, I know that the house that he's selling is a few hours away from the house that he's renting. So, had the camera on the road. Okay, that's cool for the viewers sometimes, because you feel like you're in the car with them, like you're on a road trip. Oh, really? Came to see you. Yeah, 5 hours. Yeah, I think that's what he said. Yeah, so that's a decent ride. That's a road trip. That counts. From the house I'm selling to the house where I'm going, it's 7 minutes. So not quite the same kind of road trip. Plus a ferry line. Oh, you have to take the ferry. Plus rush hour. Oh, okay. So that it's a trip. So he was making that whole drive while he was streaming. So housebound. I haven't done a road trip in a while. And the second day he missed his exit, so missed the ferry. Big delays. Oh, man. That missing the exit, that messes you up. Doing that. It wasn't even that long of a drive, but I missed the exit, and then I had to go a few miles before the next exit, and it was rush hour. It was beach traffic, because around here on Fridays, if you go up and down the highway 95, people with their beach houses, they're going to the beach, going down the shore, as they say in Philly, and so the roads get just. It's like bumper to bumper if you go at certain times a day. And because I missed an exit, I was in the middle of that. But, Okay. Well, I'm probably going to get ready to end stream soon, though, for this whole self-care thing. thanks, guys, for being here and helping and sitting through my tech problems and fake stream. And if anybody out there clicked during the day while it looked like I was live, I appreciate that, even though I wasn't there. But I did end stream. This was something that happened between. It's a Twitch thing. You too, Jiggly Dad. You must need some sleep, but you're probably bouncing off the wall so much. Sleep. Yeah. All right, let's it is probably. Oh no, I can't look at the raid thing because I'm in just chatting, and then you get all kinds of stuff. Do it the other way. Live channels you follow. No blind raids tonight. So we're just going to do a quick skedaddle. Quick raid out to. Let's just go to Jane Jill again. I know I go to her often, but sometimes when I'm trying to do a quick raid out and get to bed, I like to go to Jane Jill because I get kind of lurk in the background and say a sweet hello to all her people. You're feeling good because you had the good kind of sleep deprivation when you were having a really good time. So. Okay, so this is where we're going to go. In case you get lost or left, come back. Here's the raid call. And, oh, wait. I can't go to the thing. Well, I can, but there'll be nothing there because there's no camera. No, not that. This one. Yeah, there's no camera, so you don't get anything but that. But that's cool. I'm just the black hole there, which seems kind of right. It's weird. There you go. I don't have my phone, so I have. Okay. Thanks, everybody. What do we say? Day 406 is what? In the bag. And it was a rough one to get to. I was still doing 405 for 22 hours, technically. But not really. But I was able to get it started for 406, so this counts. And it looks like I've been live 1 hour and 45 minutes, according to Twitch. According to Streamlabs, I've been live 2 hours and 17 minutes, but there was a whole hour before that. So I think I've done my stream for the day. It counts. I'm going to try to make a really short one tomorrow. All right, guys. We'll see. Day 406 is what? In the bag. Copy the raid call. If you can go on the raid, just say hi to Jane Jill. You all know her probably. If you don't, she's an incredible vocalist with the sweetest community. And just sit back and listen. You'll know what I'm talking about. And I hope it's not too late for her. Well, even if it is, since, I'm going to raid and run anyway. So we can just say hi. So... All right. Thanks again for everything, guys. So hopefully we can have a no tech problems, no issues stream tomorrow. Shout out to the lurkers. I appreciate you. And well, let's go. We're going to the Philippines, I believe. So hold on. All right. Peace. And I am ending stream. Let the record reflect. I am ending stream. I don't even have a camera to look in, but if there was a camera, I would look in it and I would say, I am ending stream. Wait, I'm actually going to type it in here. And if Twitch doesn't want to end the stream, at least I. I am ending stream. If Twitch lets me. All right, here we go. Now I will end stream. Peace.